Hey guys, I'm Chris. I'm an admin on the Scottish Vape Club page. If you don't know what it is, go to www.scottishvape.club and click the join button. You might like what you see, you might learn some stuff, you might see some stuff you like. We're always posting photos, there's always loads of banter. Come down, check us out, and see if you like it. Tonight, I want to talk about the Turtleship mechanical mod. Yeah, it's the clone, of course. Because, yeah, everybody knows my feelings on clones. I don't want to pay silly amounts of money for a tube, right? But this is a really good clone, in my opinion, of course. So, we're going to go down to the table and we're going to break it all down, show you what you get, show you the box and all that. But this clone is really good. It's pretty adjustable. You get a bunch of tubes with it, so you can have it in pretty much any configuration you want. The lock-in switch is great. The 510 connection is great. It has accommodated every RDA and tank and everything that I have, and it's a great mech. We'll get into all the specifics, but it hits quite nicely. It has brass contacts, top and bottom. The brass there, lit up by my camera light. Brass contacts and a brass floating or self-adjusting 510. So, if you'll see this, I'm going to take the Mephisto off, which I'm going to be doing a review for the Mephisto pretty soon, right? So we take the Mephisto off, push the 510 down, okay? We take the Mephisto, right, and we screw it on. You might be able to see that 510 adjust. Terrible at this. Basically, it's pushing the 510 down. So it was sitting right on that. Insulator. It's not anymore. So it self-adjusts basically. So if you want to make your atomizer sit flush, if you want a small gap, then you can. Basically, we're going to get all into this down at the table though. But basically, the whole thing is pretty adjustable. If you want to get rid of your battery rattle, you can adjust this plastic here and make it go right the way down as well. So, buttons, super nice. It is a spring. That's your big brass contact there. I don't really want to take the button apart, but so I'm not gonna. But we've all seen button switch assemblies and stuff, haven't we? So that kind of covers it for FaceTime right now. Let us. In fact, no, I'm gonna vape it for a wee second actually. Screw it, why not? See? No rattle. And that was just a wee, not even a second worth of adjusting. I'm just going to drip quick. And let's vape it. Show you how hard this is hitting. This is a 0.27 coil. Parallel, 4 wrap. Yep. It's foggy. So, let's go to the table, stop talking, start showing. Okay, so this is how your Turtleship will arrive, basically, if you get it from the same company that I got mine from. Mine came from Zen Vapour. I purchased that about a week ago now. We just got them new in. Same time as I got the Mephisto. Posted a photo on the group. Check it out. So this is how it came, and I was you know, I never really like packaging, but you know, packaging doesn't really mean anything to me. So basically, that's the kind of box that you get. It came basically just like that, built up with all the tubes. So I'm going to break it down bit by bit and explain what bits are what. Okay, so here we have firing switch. You can see the nice engraving on the bottom there, kind of illuminated by my camera light. You have your brass contact, your Delrin adjustable, also I would imagine that's an insulator type thing as well. You got your lock-in switch, which is smooth, really smooth. I'm not going to take the switch assembly apart because I'm happy with how my switch is working right now. But we've all seen how spring switch assemblies work. There's plenty of videos with plenty of other good reviewers on there. This section is your 350 tube. So if you were to assemble it with just that tube, and see those threads? Those threads are smooth as, right? I mean, you hear that? Hear that there? Hardly anything. Hardly. Really smooth threads. So that's it in 350 mode. Dinky, you know, if you want to go stealth on it, I mean, I don't have big hands, but I mean, that's stealthy, you know. Switch is also reverse threaded, so, you know, that's you undoing the tube, and also unlocking the device. So we'll lock it once more. See this, I really like the threads on this thing. So next we can put it into 18500 or 18350 plus a kick. That's that wee tube there. Just that wee tiny extension part there. Almost seamless as well, right? I mean, until you actually do a couple of threads out, basically kind of looks seamless. I quite like it. 650 section. There you go. You can also use the 500 section if you have a kick. I don't have a kick, so I've never actually used a kick. So that's your entire tube right there, right there. So I'm going to take the 500 section off and put that away for a sec. This is what I tried to show you up in the FaceTime section. Your top cap, right? Now your top cap's got some slots cut in it for airflow if you have a atomizer that gets airflow from the base, like from the 510 connection. So it has that. It's not adjustable, so you can't tighten the drawer or loosen it, but you know, that's just the nature of it. It's not like the Nemesis top cap where it's got that kind of ring that just spins. I don't like the Nemesis top cap at all. So like I said, brass 510 connection. Again, you can't see that very well, but it's brass. So let's try and show you just while I've got you here as well. Mephisto 4-wrap parallel 0.42, which is 27 gauge, 0.26. So there you go. So I'm also using one of these eFest 35 amp batteries. So remember, be safe. I just watched P. Basardo's video about what happened at not ECC. It was one of these vape conventions in America. But so let's try and do this in such a way that you can see it. So if you can, alright, if you hold it and you twist, your 510 will
eventually pop out a wee bit. See that? Not sure that's going to connect to the positive side of the battery. I'm happy with that. So, and I think the Mephisto looks really, really nice on it as well. We can have a look at a few others. This is the Vertex by the Boss mod. Again, that looks really sleek on it as well. I quite like how it looks. I mean, it's kind of that two-tone, you know, polished stainless kind of thing happening with it. And again, a lot of people will agree you're putting a genuine on a clone, what, you know, but I don't care. I don't give a shit what anybody says. I had the, what was I using earlier on it? Oh yeah, my Doge, the competition Doge. The plume veil looks really good on it as well. But here's the competition Doge on it is just another kind of look. And I think that does look super nice. It's probably 303 stainless as well. The construction of the stainless. Because it looks very, very similar to the Doge. If it's not 303, it's probably 304 or 306 or something. Not really up to speed on my stainless grades, but that covers it, other than the engravings. The engravings feel a wee bit rough, but again, I mean, for 35 quid, I mean, it's a tube, right? It's a tube. I mean, aye, the engravings look nice, and on the original, they're probably a lot nicer. I don't have the original to compare, but, you know, I'm not one for looks or aesthetics or whatever, but if it vapes nice and, you know, it works, whatever, you know. I don't really, not really bothered, to tell you the truth. I should say as well, if we take this plastic off, since we're kind of talking about battery safety and stuff, if your battery does vent, then there is 4 nice holes there that are able to let your, if you do have a battery venting, then the gases do have a means to escape, as Scott would say. So that about covers it for the Turtleship clone. Let's go back up to FaceTime, talk about it, and we'll vape it.
So that was the Turtleship mechanical mod clone. We took you through the 18350, the 18500, and the 18650 options. It's a great mechanical. It's been really good for me. Like I say, I don't fetish expensive tubes. And you know, the coil that's in here is really working nice. The heat is barely even transferring through to, I mean, I'm really sub-ohming now, not as much as some of the cloud chasing guys, but really kind of sub-ohming this, and the heat is barely travelling through. The switch isn't getting hot. The atty will get warm, but other than that, it's been totally great. Like I said, the engravings aren't amazing, but you know, and the fake serial number as well. I mean, you might not be able to see the fake serial, but there you go, 3402. But I don't care, you know. It's a tube. At the end of the day, it's a tube with a connection. Other than that, I mean, you've saw the Vapour. I mean, it's half and half. Battery's safe, coil's good, mech's good, hits hard. Don't have a voltmeter to do a voltage drop test. I'll think about getting one so that we can see. But for right now and for what I like, for mechanicals, it's great. I am more into my regulated devices, as we've seen, but for me the now, it's working really good. That's all I've got for you tonight. Shoot me a message if you've got any questions. Go to the Scottish Vape Club, www.scottishvape.club. And that's enough of me rambling. So thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon.